Speak of the devil.
Carter, good. Agent Weaver is afraid you don't play well with others. I tend to see that as an asset.
To conclude, all signs show a pattern of systemic interference that cannot be explained
Come over
by
here,
known
Carter.
enemies.
I'd like a word.
Work as always, Falk. But I'm not sure what you're suggesting. These activities aren't from the Reds. They aren't from any known source on Earth, so we must examine alternative sources. You mean to say, aliens? It's more likely than you think. We cannot afford to be caught off guard. Oh, okay, Myron. I think you've been working too hard. Take a little time off, maybe a vacation and... No, listen, this is too important to ignore. My team has already uncovered a half dozen potential cases of outside interference. No, you listen. I have a meeting with the generals in 2 days, and I will not have you making a laughing stock out of this department. General Deems is already talking about cutting funding, and if that happens, you and your team will be out. Do you understand? Yes, Director. Perhaps you're right about that vacation. That's more like it. Someplace nice and sunny. Lots of fresh air, like New Mexico.
What do you want from me, sir?
You're not here in this facility by chance. I brought you here quite purposefully. I've been following your career for some time.
Why me? I've been behind a desk since... well, for a while.
Yeah, but you were a hell of an agent before you sat behind that desk. And what's more, I know what put you behind that desk.
The brass put me there.
Sure, the brass made the call. But it was you who kept yourself there.
I don't need another round of psychobabble. I had enough of that from the company's shrinks after the incident.
It was an accident, Carter. Beyond your control.
Right, yeah. And next you tell me how I can't save everyone.
It's too late for that. But you can save some of them. And right now, that might be enough.
Right. Well, I'm with you, Falk. If only because, for all we know, this clown show you're running here is all that's left of our nation's defenses.
Then that makes you one of the nation's best weapons.
What do we know about the enemy?
Very little. Before this morning, we only knew of scattered oddities. We weren't even sure if they were connected.
Such as?
Deposits of the substance called Illyrium were found in various locations across the nation. There were weather oddities. We received and investigated reports of what we called thinnings, localized instances where the very fabric of reality itself seemed to be warping, then dissolving.
And this was kept secret?
From whom? The populace? The news would have generated mass panic. No, the circle was kept quite small on this.
What is this place? I mean, when aliens from another world aren't attacking our planet.
This facility is essentially fulfilling its intended function right now. It was created to respond to a potential invasion on domestic soil.
Do all of these people work here?
No. Typically, you won't find much more than a skeleton crew here. But certain carefully selected individuals across all military disciplines are aware of this facility's existence. In the case of a domestic invasion, they're under orders to arrive here.
I never knew about this place.
Well, based on your performance at Groom Range, I'd say that omission was a grievous oversight.
What's our plan?
Our first order of business is to get this facility running at full capacity. I believe our best shot at defeating an enemy with superior technology is to take that technology from them and make it our own.
And we got the facilities to do that?
We're still finishing construction on the lab, but we've already got one of the best leading the team, Dr. Dressner. And he won't be doing it alone. I'm in the midst of organizing field teams to be sent on recon and recruitment missions for other specialists.
I'm heading down to the ready room.
De Silva will meet you there and help you assemble a team. Get moving.
Welcome aboard, sir.
What do they look like?
I heard some of them look like us.
No way. I've seen them. They look like some kind of... I don't know, some kind of monsters or something. You lost, pal? Well, ready room's that way. How's it going, Agent Carter?
Yes, Director. I'll tell him right away.
Take a seat, gentlemen. Director Falk has personally
Will.
chosen you
We
for
need
this
to talk.
initiative, and I will be your team leader.
It's an honor to work with you, Agent De Silva.
We're all honored, I'm sure, but the director wasn't very clear about what we'd be doing.
For the most part, it's what you're familiar with. You're all experienced field agents, so investigation and recovery in hostile environments aren't new to you. You said it best in the service, and it brings all the normal risks of any field work involving hostiles.
Yes, but Director Falk said something about unusual subjects?
Yes, they might be different than you're used to. You mean we're not going after the Reds?
So who are we looking for?
We believe we have uncovered a new enemy of the state. We'll be investigating the exact nature of their organization.
Oh, understood. I think.
You can put us up against anybody in the world, sir. Yes, well, about that.
The old man just called down. Says one of the scientists is missing. Disappeared, along with his research in high explosives.
Does Falk think he's gone rogue?
Maybe, but we can't risk a panic. Nils is tracking him down, but you need to get a team ready to help, quick and quiet. This is a list of available agents. Falk has gathered everyone he could find from all the agencies. All of them specialists, all of them the best at what they do.
Carter, I chased the infiltrator to the morgue. There's no way out of there.
Wait for me, Nils. I'll get your back.
I'll wait as long as I can, but we can't risk leaving him with those explosives.
I'm on my way.
Carter, head through the armory and take a left for the elevator. I'll send your team up to join you.
Damn it, Nils. Hold on.
Attention, Code Blue, Bay 4. Sky Ranger Charlie 4-2 inbound with heavy casualties. Medical unit to Bay 4, Code Blue.
Agent Nils is inside. He ordered us all out here.
I'll handle this.
You think this plasma burn is bad? I saw much worse in the war, and I still saved the arm. Now, stop complaining and hold on to something. This is gonna hurt.
Christ, Nils.
Do not grieve. He died well.
Why? Why kill Nils? Why attack our world?
You do not understand. This world is no longer yours. But you will learn. Mosaic will teach you.
What the hell is Mosaic?
Mosaic is the truth that humanity shall come to know. It is unfortunate that you will not be here to witness it.
Yeah, well, I know one truth that you don't.
And what is that?
You're surrounded.
We got hostiles! There!
Shields are down! Hit it now!
Weapons dry! Target down!
Area secure.
Ceasefire, fellas. He's worth more to us alive. Let's get him into custody. I got the infiltrator, Falk. Alive.
Good work. You and Agent Nils, report to...
Nils is dead. I told him to wait for backup, but he went in without me.
Understood. Meet me in Ops. We've got work to do.
You get him, Carter?
Yeah. I got him.
Oh, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Nils. He's gone.
Damn it.
I should have been there.
Listen, I gotta head out. Director's got us on a recon mission. When I get back, we'll raise a glass to Nils.
All right. Good luck, Agent De Silva.
I don't need luck. And the name's Nico. Will.
Another circuit blown! We gotta leave the lab out of power for a day or two. Teach them a lesson.
I still can't believe we're fighting the green men from Mars.
They're not green, and they're not from Mars.
As long as you can still shoot them, we've got a fighting chance.
That we do, old-timer.
What is it I can do for you, Agent?
What's the status of our arms and ammunition?
We're loaded with all the small arms you could carry, but we're still short on the big guns. Still, it should serve us for now.
Aren't you a little old for active duty?
Sure, I'm not that much older than Falk, actually. And he knows exactly how important it is to have a fella who knows where everything is, if you know what I mean.
How long have you known Director Falk?
Long enough to have saved his bacon a few times. But less said about that, the better.
How's a fella supposed to blow off stress when he's locked underground?
Well, till they build us a pub, the only fun to be had is on the firing range. Few of the staff like to show off and compete over there.
Good way to stay sharp.
And if you're a good shot, it's a nice way to win a few bucks. Not sure where you'd spend it, though.
Thanks. That's all I need.
You go put that gear to good use, Agent Carter.
Hey, you're Carter, aren't you? Good to have you aboard.
Training hard, Agent?
You bet. You testing something out? Hey, what do you say about a little competition?
Maybe. What are you thinking?
Those targets light up one at a time. Bet I can hit him before you.
Ready for duty, Agent?
Always ready for anything. That's my motto.
Ready to prove that in the field?
Ready and raring to go, sir.
How many missions has XCOM run up until now?
Not many, and none that turned hot like Groom Range did. I was beginning to think I'd never see any action.
You sound like you were hoping we'd be attacked.
No. I'm just sick of all the questioning and investigation. Give me a good shootout any day.
How do missions normally go?
Up until now, we've been chasing ghosts. I was beginning to think the Outsiders were a hoax, you know?
Until they attacked.
Yeah. Nice of them to clear that up, right?
Right. You're obviously armed forces. Where did you serve?
Good eye. I served with the Marines in the 5th Regiment, back in Korea.
Why'd you leave the Corps?
I'd still be there, believe me. But the old man said he knew a better way I could protect my country. I didn't know he meant I'd be protecting the whole planet.
Get ready. We're in a new war now.
I've been ready for a long time, sir.
There you are, Agent Carter. Just a moment, please. If you will spare a moment, I am Dr. Heinrich Dresner, and I have been expecting you.
That's nice, Doc, but I got a report to...
I assure you, Herr Falk will be glad that we spoke. After all, we shall need new weapons to fight this war, and my laboratory shall be where they are created. Any weapons you retrieve from the field, we will be glad to study and convert for your use.
You know much about these Outsiders and their technology?
I have been working with Herr Falk for nearly as long as he has suspected their existence. And since the attack, I have had so much more material to study.
Try not to sound so cheerful, Doc. We lost a lot of good men that day, and we just lost another.
I am sorry, William, but I hope to prevent more losses just as you do. In fact, I came here to give you this. Our first discovery.
Sure, but what is it?
The Venbrace was designed for close-range attacks to augment your fisticuffs. Against a wounded target, its effects can be devastating. But more importantly, it can be modified to allow the capture and use of the outsider weaponry.
This could have come in useful a few minutes ago.
Ah, but you cannot simply take their weapons. First, you must find one that has not yet been imprinted to the enemies.
Every minute we waste could mean another life.
My apologies, William. Just take the brace, and I will let you know when it can help us.
Thanks, Doc. And maybe our new research subject can help with your next breakthrough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go speak with the director.
Thank you, William. Come back anytime.
Agent Carter, your report.
The bastard got Nils. This cannot happen again, Falk. Killing Nils? Christ, we're lucky that's all he managed to do.
Agent Nils' loss will be felt throughout the organization. But right now, we have bigger problems.
His loss? God damn it, we need to stop these bastards. And we need to do it now. Do you understand that?
Calm yourself, Agent. We all agree they have to be stopped. I believe that our best hope for doing so is to recover Dr. Alan Weir from Rosemont University.
No, what we need to do is put a stop to the enemy.
Agreed. And we can do both. There's been another attack. The target is Rosemont University.
A civilian target? Why?
Because Dr. Weir's research can tell us what the enemy wants. how they think, and how to stop them. We need him on the team if we want to survive. And you know better than anyone that surviving is the first step to striking back.
All right. Let's go get him.
Good man. When you're ready, bring up the tactical map on that terminal and your team will be dispatched. Make sure you've got everything in order around the base. Team selected, weapons set, no outstanding business. You never know how long you'll be out on a mission. Or if you'll come back at all.
I'm all too aware of that, sir.